Hey folks, today we got a pretty cool one I hope for y'all. We got this pack of lumber right here. It's various types of poplar. It's kind of a coal wood. It's a coal stack. We've been cutting a lot of wood. This is all out of the kiln. It's stuff that's pretty ugly. It's got some rot, it's got some wane, it's got some issues. It would typically be a pretty low grade wood, if not a throw out wood. The deal is though that we want to put this on our edger. We're going to try to clean this up. We want this to be really nice. This is what we bought our edger for. It's really good and it will eat this wood up in a heartbeat. So this is kiln dried rough sawn. We got to edge it first and then we run it through the planer and then we'll sell it. And we'll turn this ugly board on top, for example, into two really nice boards. It's like this would be a nice board. This would be a nice board. We'll get rid of the rot and we'll make two real high-grade boards out of one pretty nasty board. There are two saw blades, one here that aligns with this laser, one here that aligns with this laser. The lasers track the saw blades. So basically I will put the laser lines where I want the cut to be using a hydraulic lever. And then when the board is fed into the machine, it will cut on those lines. So it's extremely fast, very useful for this sort of thing. It's basically free form cutting, although making straight lines. So I can adjust the board at an angle. I can adjust the lasers. I can do a lot with it. So basically it comes in one ugly looking board. It comes out maybe 3 boards on the back side. Just depends on where we're setting our blades up at. Most edgers are designed to cut green off the mill wood, and that's what they're used for. Instead of edging it on the sawmill, you simply edge it on the edger. This was custom made for us to edge kiln dried rough sawn wood as well as kiln dried planed wood. Those are two very different types of wood from green. A, they're harder. B is they're slicker, so they're harder to hold. So this one has different belts than their standard models. This was designed and built just for us. It kind of fills a niche between a straight line ripsaw, a normal green edger, or a greenwood edger. It kind of fills the bill, and this is what it's built for. Very useful tool for recovering low-grade wood in a very short amount of time and turning it into very high-grade wood. So the first step is put the board on the edger, then align the right laser, which matches where the blade is, on the board, and then use the lever to adjust the left laser to where I want the movable blade to cut. So the blades follow the lasers and cut the board where they're indicated. This board I was originally going to rip out the center, and then I decided to just strip off the right side, knowing that I could get the board back and then strip off the left side. So here's what the boards look like when they're coming out the outfeed. You'll see where the two edges have been cut. She throws those away, and then the pretty board just drops right where it's supposed to be. This is that board I just fed through. Notice how now that right hand board is very clean. So she's going to send this one back, and I'm going to now strip off the left side. So I'm going to get the best part of that board. And you can see it coming through here as she's pushing it back. I'll put it on the edger. I'll line the lasers up with the left side, take that left board, and the only thing that will be thrown out is that rotten area in the center. So on this one, I'm going to dodge that big crack on the right, set the left laser and the left blade about where I want it, and feed it in. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to remove the center section. So I set the right blazer to get a clean right-hand board, set the left blazer to get a clean left-hand board, and just simply strip out the center. So one cut, 3 boards. Here's one of the great advantages of a belt-fed edger. You don't have to put the board in straight. In this case, I've got a big defect on that front right edge. I put the board in with a little bit of an angle, and it's going to make a perfect cut where I want it to get the maximum width of a clean board. This is a big wide one. I'm just going to take the bark off both sides. This is where edger really shines. You just want to put straight edges on boards that have a little bit of crook to them. You just feed them in, it just eats them. They come out perfectly straight. Doesn't get much easier than this. It's just like an assembly line. So while the boards are coming out, Martha is sorting them, grading them basically, and she's putting the clear sapwood boards or the non-mineralized boards on the left pallet, and then the mineralized boards that are going to show a tremendous amount of color on the right-hand pallet. Once all these are done, we're going to carry them over here to the planer. So this is a double-sided carpet planer. It's taken off a good bit of wood off both sides, and this is what the chips look like when they're coming out the back end. Of course, we can plane 2 or 3 boards at once up to 25 inches wide, so this machine doesn't care. The cool thing is to realize it is planing the bottom and the top at the same time. Here's the before shot, really ugly, nasty looking board. And here's the after shot after. Edging and planing, look how straight, look how clean, look how bright they are. Saved a lot of money, turned a bunch of ugly wood into some beautiful wood. Hope y'all enjoyed watching this. We've got lots of other videos out on our YouTube channel. Please watch, please subscribe, and please hit the like button.